Why do my chess openings lead to passive positions? Imagine starting a game of chess and feeling like your pieces are stuck in the corner, unable to do much. That can be frustrating, right? Well, passive positions often happen because of the moves you choose early on. Let's break down why this happens and how you can avoid it. In the opening phase, your main goal is to develop your pieces quickly, control the center, and prepare to castle your king to safety. Moves like 1e or 1d are popular because they fight for the middle and open lines for your bishops and queens. Following opening principles helps keep your position active and flexible. But sometimes, players make moves that don't challenge the opponent or develop their pieces efficiently. For example, moving flank pawns like 1a3 or 1b3 can slow down your development and give your opponent time to seize the initiative. These moves don't help control the center or activate your pieces, which can lead to passivity. Another reason is poor piece placement. If your bishops or knights are placed on squares where they can't influence the game, your position becomes cramped. For instance, putting a bishop behind a pawn chain or a knight on a square where it can't jump forward limits your options. Without active pieces, your position can become passive and defensive. Lack of coordination among your pieces can also cause passivity. If your pieces aren't working together or targeting key squares, you may find yourself defending rather than attacking. For example, if your bishops are blocked by your own pawns or your rooks are disconnected, your position loses energy. Transpositions can also lead to passive positions. Sometimes, you want to play an aggressive opening but end up in a passive line because of your opponent's moves or a misstep in move order. For example, the English opening can transpose into less active lines if not handled carefully. Pawn structure plays a big role too. Weak or backward pawns or pawns that block your own pieces can make your position slow and passive. Since pawns can't move backward, every pawn move is permanent and can create long-term weaknesses if not chosen wisely. To avoid passive openings, focus on controlling the center with your pawns and pieces. Develop your knights and bishops to active squares where they influence the game. Be ready to counterattack if your opponent tries to take over the center. Study typical plans for your openings so you know how to keep your pieces active and avoid falling into passive setups. In the end, passive positions often come from moves that don't challenge the opponent's control, slow development, poor coordination, or weak pawn structures. By sticking to opening principles, choosing active moves, and understanding your plans, you can keep your position lively and ready for the middle game. Reviewing your games to see when and why passivity happens will help you improve your opening choices and overall strategy.